Hi, it's Kerry. I'm going to talk about the top 10 deadliest dangerous carnivore dinosaurs that ever lived, and it looks like we've got some trouble at the end. I'm putting them into alphabetical order to save any fights over who was the most deadliest or dangerous. Acrocanthosaurus grew to about 11.5 meters or 38 feet in length. It ruled the early Cretaceous, hunting down sauropods and even the armored ankylosaurs. Acrocanthosaurus is massive and grew to a size that was comparable to the later Tyrannosaurus. This theropod's large size suggests that Acrocanthosaurus was the apex predator of North America after Allosaurus and before the Tyrannosaurs, and with most of the other predatory dinosaurs being much smaller, Acrocanthosaurus would have dominated the landscape. Subscribe and give a thumbs up if you like carnivores. And another Acrocanthosaurus. Along its back were vertebrae that had elongated neural spines. These projected upwards to support a hump that ran down the back. This hump probably served as a fat storage for lean times, but it may also have been a display feature or a sign of maturity, or even just making Acrocanthosaurus look like it was even bigger and scarier. I really like this model. The colours are beautiful. Lots of good detail, especially around the head and jaw there. Allosaurus grew to 8.5 meters or 28 feet in length, although fragmentary remains suggest it could have even got to 12 meters or 39 feet. I've got all my length details from Wikipedia. Allosaurus was a massive, menacing, bloodthirsty carnivore that reigned supreme in the late Jurassic period. It was a fierce and aggressive predator and could reach running speeds of up to 20 miles per hour or 32 kilometers per hour. Allosaurus used its long serrated teeth to tear out chunks of flesh from its prey. These long saw-like teeth were continually replaced when lost. Allosaurus sometimes hunted in small packs and preyed on large plant-eating sauropods like Apatosaurus or Diplodocus. They also hunted Stegosaurus. Allosaurus was very physical in its attacks upon other dinosaurs, and it would have done so without much thought or fear of injury to itself. Carnivores grew to 8 to 9 meters or 26 to 29.5 feet in length. The vicious, powerful Carnivores lived in the mid-late Cretaceous period. Its name means meat-eating bull. It is the only dinosaur to have horns which could be used in battle and also help to protect the eyes. It had very small arms, much smaller than T-Rex, and unusually set eyes facing forward. It had pebbly scales on its skin, and its whip-like tail enabled it to move fast at 25 miles per hour or 40 kilometers per hour. Carnivores. The deep skull, set on a muscular neck, was 2 feet or 60 centimeters long, and it had a strong open bite and long slender teeth, which means it could swallow whole small prey. This dinosaur is a terror to behold. It was a large Abelosaur theropod, a group noted for having short but tall skulls and arms that were even smaller than those of tyrannosaurs. The skulls of Abelosaurs were also well suited to the job of holding on to prey, and if Carnivores managed to clamp its jaws around the neck of a prey animal, it may have been able to choke it with its jaws. Carnivores was one of the greatest of the Abelosaurs. Carnivores was a fearsome carnivore that lived in the mid-Cretaceous period. Its name means shark-toothed lizard. It had long, sharp, jagged teeth that were 8 inches or 20 centimeters long. These serrated teeth could slash and rip into flesh with ease, as did its sharp claws. Tyrannosaurus had a skull that measured 5 feet or 1.5 meters in length. With their massive tail, bulky body and heavy bones, they could run at 20 miles per hour or 32 kilometers per hour. That's quite a ferocious look there. Carnivores grew between 12 and 13.3 meters, which is 39 to 44 feet. Giocattoli grew to 12 to 13 meters, which is 39 to 43 feet. The ferocious Giocattoli lived in the mid to late Cretaceous period. It was a terrifying, fearsome theropod, slightly larger than T-Rex, but smaller than Spinosaurus. It could sprint at 31 miles per hour, which was about 50 kilometers an hour, and had a massive skull over 5 feet or 1.5 meters long. It was capable of taking down a full-grown Tyrannosaur and other large herbivores, and it also scavenged. Giocattoli, its 8-inch or 20 centimeter flat serrated teeth could easily slice through flesh. Its large jaws could devour prey whole. Its massive size, combined with speed and its formidable bite force, means this specimen was a truly magnificent predator. Allosaurus grew to 10.2 meters long, which is 33 feet. It was a giant South American meat-eating dinosaur with blade-like teeth for slicing off chunks of sauropod flesh. It was similar in size to its close relative Giganotosaurus. It lived in Argentina during the late Cretaceous period. The name Maposaurus means land lizard or earth lizard. Fossils from at least 7 individuals of various ages were discovered in a bone bed in Argentina. They may have worked in groups to take down large sauropods. Spinosaurus was a formidable, aggressive predator with a narrow skull, 6 feet or 1.8 meters long, and raised nostrils in the middle of the snout, which allowed Spinosaurus to breathe even when its head was partially submerged like a crocodile. It was semi-aquatic as it lived and hunted in water and on land. It would use its long conical teeth to capture its prey and its powerful arms with curved blade-like claws to rip it apart. Spinosaurus grew to a length of about 15 meters or 49 feet. Spinosaurus had numerous pits at the tip of its snout, similar to ones seen in crocodiles and alligators, which contain pressure receptors that help it to detect passing fish in the water. Aside from possibly being the largest theropod on the list, Spinosaurus is easily the most specialized. One specialization is the reason for the name and the features that most people are familiar with. It's the enlarged neural spines of the dorsal vertebrae that support either a skin sail or a hump on the back. Spinosaurus was a large fish hunter rather than a predator of other dinosaurs. T-Rex grew to 12.3 meters or 40 feet in length. It was a terrifying dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period, a real killing machine and commonly known as the king of the dinosaurs. It had powerful hind legs, a large skull, and a thick tail which helped with balance when holding down prey with one foot. The small forearms were good for grasping prey and extremely powerful. It could reach speeds of up to 18 miles per hour or 29 kilometers. Tyrannosaurus had a 5-foot or 1.5 meter skull and a crushing jaw with an amazing bite force. 12-inch or 30 centimeter teeth have been found. The savage T-Rex would use its deadly bite force to capture prey and was able to swallow smaller prey in one gulp. Lost teeth would grow back. The massive teeth were strong and designed to crush bone and penetrate armor. A T-Rex would eat a whole carcass, bones and all. Utahraptor, that's a little baby one. Utahraptor could grow to 7 meters or 23 feet in length. It was one of the largest known dromaeosaurids. Being a larger animal, Utahraptor also had a large claw, estimated to potentially be 24 centimeters or 10 inches long. Utahraptor had thick leg bones and powerful leg muscles for attacking prey. It most likely preyed on hadrosaurs or smaller sauropods. As a dromaeosaurid, Utahraptor most likely had feathers, possibly a reduced amount due to its size. Speed, size, and enlarged meat-shredding sickle-shaped claws made this dinosaur our most formidable foe. It lived a few tens of millions of years before its more famous cousin Velociraptor. And here's Velociraptor. Velociraptor grew to about 2 meters or 6.8 feet in length. It lived during the late Cretaceous period. It was a fast-running two-legged dinosaur. This meat-eater had about 80 very sharp curved teeth in a long flat snout. Some of the teeth were over an inch or 2.5 centimeters long. Velociraptor had an S-shaped neck, arms with 3-fingered clawed hands and long thin legs and 4-toed clawed feet. A 3.5 inch or 9 centimeter long, sickle-like retractable claw was on the inner toe of each foot. This claw was its main weapon and could probably kill most of its prey easily by slashing and tearing it apart. And this looks like trouble. Thank you for watching my video. Please stay right on here at Super Fun Reviews for more great videos. See you again soon. Please subscribe and share my videos on any of the social media sites that you like to visit. Thanks once again.